Well, we had 14 degrees this morning, so we got a little frost in his driveway yet. It just snow and rain and sun and snow and rain and sun, and we've got a vicious cycle here, so we're almost ready for this 40 in the garage. So we're going to start it up. We're going to drive it up on the apron of the garage, which is a big frozen pad of ice right now, which will keep our tracks a little cleaner before we put it in. So let's see if we start. Gotta be careful and keep our bad track on. All right, well, we made it this far. We gotta move a few things around in here, and we'll bring you back when we start doing something with this here. All right, well, welcome back to this. We gotta pull this blade, push arms. So I have never taken these apart. They're somehow fine thread. This has got this little T on the nut, or on the bolt. This side has a nut on the top and a nut on the bottom, and the threads are on the top. So if that comes apart, this will be real easy, but I've never tried it, so I don't know. Then we'll have to get the side, we get the mounting bracket off of there. There's a bolt there, clamp up on the toolbar, and we'll take that apart, and we're just going to unpin the cylinders. Flop them up on the fenders for the time being. Linch pins have a tendency to fall out, so we got the custom Minnesota linch pin here. Just about every pin's got a nail stuck in it out in the woods. So, all right, well, we're gonna start tearing some stuff apart and see how this goes. I've never filmed any mechanic projects, so we'll see how this goes. I'll probably work on it a little bit, bring you back, show you where we're getting. Maybe when we get to something that's going to come apart, or maybe try running a time lapse or something. But we'll start tearing and reefing on this thing and see where we get to. Well, that wasn't so bad to get that blade off of there. Cody's gonna unpin these cylinders and we can just flop them up there. They got a pipe bushing in there. That's what that is. That's that weird fine thread. It is not threaded into there. So this is just a bolt with this bushing, and that one with that T on it. This one had pin. To grind it off, we couldn't drive the pin out of it. Probably work all right now, but punch it out and we got it out of there. So that's not too bad. Got it rotated with both masters in the back. We'll break it there and just roll it off the front. Flop it off that way. This side that's giving me problems is really a wreck. This one's nice, and yeah, this one not so much. So we're gonna get these. We're gonna start on this side. I'll have to look at what the rollers and everything look like it on the other side, but we might be okay over there. We do have to break that side and pull the final. There's a clutch linkage. I got it cobbled together through the adjustment cover and wired so we could finish making wood last winter. And it's been staying there, but I have spare parts for it off that salvage dozer, so we will put the right linkage in there. It's a little tie rod ball that, I don't know, it holds on there. There's like 3-piece linkage for that clutch. And we'll have to take that apart to get this final off to fix that, because you just can't do it through that inspection cover. So here's some of the 40 parts in this tote. They never got put away after the auction. Seat parts. It said there's pretty much an engine in there. I'm going to clean it out to grease everything up, put that head back on it. Wrap it up and store it somewhere. But it's got the hydraulic tank and the extra hydraulic valve, and there's distributors and starter pieces, and there might be some shafts and seals in here that are usable for us. That stuff was in boxes and coffee cans in here. There's a few odds and ends in here. I think there might even be an Alice Chalmers part or two in here from something. But we will get this track broke and bring it back and let you see what that looks like. All right, I have dragged some D11 tracks around with a 980 cat loader. Cody figures that a 10-horse Cub Cadet from 1965 will pull these tracks out the door. And I believe he is right. That's good. All right, we'll just flop them back on themselves and continue from there. These pins are really, our track chain is not terrible on here. I mean, we got a lot of rail left there. Not too awful bad. So I guess we will get the We'll get some blocks under here and continue disassembly. Idler could definitely use some building. I don't know. We'll see if I can come across an idler, or we can build that up. I'm sure some of you guys have seen things built up before. We'll set it on a, if we have to, we'll set it on a barrel and turn slow. Put some weld on there and build it up a bit. And probably work if we have to. I can find an idler for reasonable money. Like I said, I'm not trying to make a rebuild out of here. I'm trying to make it woodsworthy for a few more years. I don't know, you can see that. That's half our problem. Like there, I said that one side is tweaked. Well, it's not tweaked a little, it's tweaked a lot. So if we get the idler shaft to stay where it belongs and take the side frame, we're going to strip this one right down and get everything straight. Like I said, the other side's in relatively good shape. It's just this one had that bad roller cut right into the side frame. I just noticed that last year when we were crawling under there to weld this back together, that it's been eroded something awful. So that's the reason it won't. But yeah, we'll cut it open, and I'm sure we could make this side frame to work unless I happen to come across a parts dozer somewhere. And I've actually had a couple of people I've talked to now gave me some places to look. So all right, well, we'll get this blocked up and we'll tear some more pieces off of it, and we'll bring you back then. And one thing I've found out about mechanical video making already is I yak too much, and I could make really long videos. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is we're going to do this in pieces, maybe 10-15 minutes at a time. And I don't know, we'll see if I can get a video out every couple of days or something like that. We're going to get this tore down, get a parts list, get get what we need, and then it'll slow down for a while, but at least we'll get that far. Well, we're getting somewhere. We got one broken bolt here. It was in there. Cody just pulled it out. Gonna lube them a bit. Need some PB blaster, some Croyle or something. This WD is, I don't know, I got PB blaster somewhere, can't find it. Clean a garage. Well, kind of clean a garage. We got one solid roller in here. Not much left for flanges on this side. And we discovered something else. Not only are we tweaked there, our side frame, I don't know if you can see that, our outside rail is bent in. There you go. You can probably see that. So yeah, we're gonna see how many more bolts we can break, if any, and we'll get to where we get to here. I'd like to get this all tore down today, then we at least see what we're dealing with. We got a pretty good idea now, but it's actually not coming apart too awful bad from what I expected we might have had here. So we'll crank on these bolts a little bit and bring you guys back here and let you know what else we got going on. Well, it is stripped off, gone. The rest of this didn't come apart badly. Little cover that goes over the top of the clamps. 5/16 bolts, those are our biggest problem. We torch those off and just swap them out. So, we found all kinds of badness in here. So this solid roller, which somebody has built up, not really sure what the deal is with that, but it is about a 1/2 inch bigger than the other ones. So I don't know if these ones are wore down. Somebody flopped that one in there. I'll have to find out about that now that I have this apart this far. Yeah, we've got broken bolt, broken bolts, broken bolt. The rest of these ones are on there. It sure would be nice to find a side frame. I have no doubt that I can fix this, but here's our middle of winter patch when this broke. With the blade in there and crawling underneath the dozer, you don't have a whole lot of... Can't weld much good. This roller here has worn into this at one time. That's what why this side frame is so thin there. It must have been just completely shot. Our tip up is coming from here. We're cracked there again. If I have to fix this, I guess I'll probably cut it back into there somewhere. Plate that, cut a piece out and go all the way in here. Leave the adjuster flange in place. But I think I'm going to look for a salvage side frame. I got a couple of places to look at. I mean, right there you can see how far out of whack we are on that one. So I'm going to look for one. I think that's as far as we'll go on this video. I'll splice this together and see if I can get it out there tonight. And we'll continue with this project. I'll let you know how parts sourcing is going. So here we go. Project started. I didn't get too badly here. Things on the side frame are definitely a little worse than I would like them to be. But we have options if we have to. So, have a good one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.